2022 archery bull elk hunt in Arizona. What do you think, Lincoln?
I think it's hopefully going to be fun, and I hope we get a big bull.
Yeah, we're just driving in. We've been on this road now for going on 2 hours. So we got out here, got camp set up. First thing we got here, Lincoln, he jumps out of the truck and jumps over the tongue of the camper and slips and splits his knee open pretty good. So that was a bummer. I mean, it was split probably down to the bone. So we bandaged it up with what we have and did a little steri strip, and it's good, it's holding, but man, it was a pretty big fillet of skin, and he can't walk. It's right on his knee, so if he just does try to walk, it's just gonna split it open. So that's a big bummer. I'm gonna have to take Lincoln home in the morning. I'll go out, and I was hoping to get on some bulls and just hear him bugle, and hopefully he can experience a little action. David's gonna go off and do his own thing. I went out with Lincoln this evening right at dark, and I didn't hear anything talking. It was pretty slow from what I experienced, so that was too bad. I'm just getting dinner together, and Joe and David and Dad and Andrew, they're still out, so we'll see if they hear anything. Hopefully they got onto something and have a little better news than what I had. There's Dad's Taj Mahal there. This is a camper that goes on for days. My humble abode. And we are...
They're everywhere. They're really screaming.
We got four bulls bugling up here. Right there.
What did I tell you?
That was awesome. We called that bull in to 5-10 yards. He just came right into us. That was really cool. But I'm headed back out now. I'm just getting back on the road, the dirt road. It's about 12:30 now, and we'll be rolling into camp probably in the next 45 minutes. My dad said that they saw a lot of elk. They were in elk until they left about 30 minutes ago. But they weren't bugling anymore, so they were afraid they were going to bump them, so they backed out. They were glassing, and they were still seeing elk on their feet far away. There was a herd of like 60 or 70, and they could tell some good bulls with them, but they couldn't tell size at that distance, so it might be something that we need to get a little closer look at. It sounds like a pretty stellar opening morning. Good way to start the hunt. I hope it continues this way. Evening of the first day. We just got a bull that just bugled at us up on this hill. We're just getting ready to go out. We're kind of early, so I'm just kind of surprised that we heard a bugle already. So we're going to start working our way up in there. The wind is right there. He is. We just heard him right there. How'd that sound like a different one, did it? The other one was a little bit higher pitch. That was lower. The wind is right in our face, so I feel like those elk are going to be moving away from us, so we're going to try to work in there and see which direction they're going and try to head them off, because I don't want to get behind them and just chase them all evening. We'll see how it goes. was a super exciting evening. We were in the elk like for hours, from 4 o'clock till it's almost 7, so 3 hours straight. We finally got a glimpse of the bull, and he's big. David guarantees that he'll go 420, 500. No, but he's big. He's a shooter. I think he's 380 plus, so it's exciting. And then the other bull that's chasing him, man, when I saw him, I thought that's over 350. Did you really? Yeah. I just had that other one in my head. They're spoiled. That was a big bull. That was awesome. David had him at 50 yards, and he just went through the clearing. Couldn't get a shot. And then he had him at 70 yards. He pulled back. He was settling the pin on, and he just moved through the clearing. Couldn't get a shot. It was really close, but he has like, how many cows? 40. There was just cows and cows and cows. I don't know. There was a ton of cows. But anyways, it was exciting. A lot of fun. It's just about dark, so we're going to head out and just leave him. Try to come back in the morning. It's supposed to be kind of cloudy and rainy in the morning. There he is. Let's see how it goes. This is happening. Yes. Let's get this bull. We have been hiking for miles, chasing bugles all morning, but there hasn't been much. It's been pretty slow. So we finally, I don't know, we're probably 4 miles. And they've kind of quietened up, got into the pines, and we think we heard a couple bugles in this direction, so we're gonna go over there and see if we can light them up. But it's been a great morning as far as cloud cover. It's cool, but they're just not talking all that well, and they just took off. I don't know if someone bumped them or what. So we'll keep hitting it. So it looked like this bull was shot in the archery season last year and never recovered. You can see the arrow sticking out of the bull's neck. Pretty cool. It's morning day 4, Monday morning. Snuck in on those elk. We have about 4 or 5 bulls bugling back there. We left them because there was a bull closer, but he wasn't talking, and I felt like we were going to bump him out. So we're going to leave him for this evening. Come back. We know right where they're at. If we can get the wind right, we should have a pretty good evening on these elk. We got to look at that one bull. Well, we got to look at 2 of them. One was like a 6x6 that was anywhere from 3 to 310 maybe, and then that other one was pretty big. So David would definitely be happy with that bull. Joseph has a bull bugling over on the mountain that he's on. Thought it was about a 350. And it's 10:30, so really good morning, good bugling action. David's trying to decide if he wants to go over there and hunt that bull. But at least we have a lot of options, and it's a good problem to have. We snuck right in on this herd of elk this evening and had probably 30 head of elk feeding around us. They were feeding right on the other side of this juniper tree, not 20 yards away from us. This bull was a pretty decent bull, but just not what David was looking for. There he is right there. The following morning, we were chasing probably 3 or 4 bulls. We finally caught up with this herd, and this was the biggest bull of the herd. David ended up passing on him, but might have been a mistake because this was a pretty good bull. Okay, I just got back to the razor, and we got on a lot of bulls this morning. Today is Tuesday, the 5th day of the hunt. Let's see, they were bugling really good this morning. Joseph and Dad glassed up a big bull last night. I can show a little clip of it. He's kind of narrow, but good tine length, nice bull. Okay, so we've got the bull located up on the mountain. We went up there to kind of get a bearing of where he was at, and we were able to spot him with his cows knees up, kind of milling around. Looked like he was bugling too. And then David glassed up another, looked like he could be a shooter bull, crossing the meadow, feeding with his cows just right in that same area. So we're going to get in there. It's kind of midday right now, but we're going to get in there and see if they're talking, and see if we can make a play on them. We got to be a little aggressive since we're leaving for a few days, and most likely we wouldn't find him again, but never know. The rut's pretty unpredictable, so just a bugle right there. We hiked in for about an hour and located the bull. He had about 10 cows, and we belly crawled in close enough to see him. This bull was not receptive to any calling, so we were trying to ambush him and looking for an opportunity to get close enough for a shot. As we were following the herd, we spotted the bull raking a tree about 120 yards away. We couldn't circle him because the wind would have been bad, so we decided to just go straight in at him, looking for a lane and an opportunity for a shot. David had the bull at about 20 to 30 yards away, but as the bull turned to move out, he couldn't find a clear lane to make a clean shot. We're going home for a few days to take care of a few things, and we'll be back on Friday to stay here for the last week and hopefully get this thing done for David.
David, look at that thing. Oh my goodness.